Look at this. There was a rift that spawned in my house as I was working on it, and all of these guys came pouring out. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I killed 3 of them inside. Anyway, hope you're having better than I am. And, well, hello there. And welcome to Vintage Story. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, now that these guys should be leaving, they're taking forever to leave, we're gonna get to work on the house. I have in here the granite sand I'm gonna need. I have a whole ton of quicklime. That's not gonna be enough for the whole house, but it's definitely enough to get started. I've got everything I need to make our lanterns, which we're gonna need quite a few of as soon as these guys decide to, you know, get out of here. Couldn't even have the decency to drop any stuff for me. But yeah, this is why we need those lanterns I just made, because we need to light up all of this area, or at least got the resources for, so we don't have to worry about. Right, these have to be yeah, those. There we go. Now we can start putting lanterns down, lighting up the inside of our house, so that we will not have to worry about drifters spawning in here ever again. Okay. I'm still going to need a lot more cobblestone and other resources, but we are ready to actually get started on the house. So, quicklime over sand gives you plaster. We're gonna need it. You know, I took pictures of this. Give me a second. It was like that. This was like that. This was like that. And I fell. And you see why we need so much plaster? We haven't even finished the first floor and we already ran out. Okay, now. This whole back wall is going to be cobblestone. I don't have any more. And now we can go upstairs and get started with the upstairs part. And I'm going to need to go collect more sand because I am now out. But yes, now you have an idea of what it's going to look like. I'm going to go collect the leaded glass windows from the ruined mansion that's all the way over there somewhere. It's not that far of a run. There is more sand literally right there, so I'm going to go collect that so I can make more plaster. But yeah, here we go. We're actually finally getting started on the inside of the house. We are going to need a few trapdoors because they are necessary for dividing the floors up so that they actually count as rooms. So by putting them like, not like that one, like that, this, once fully enclosed, will count as a room. I'm going to dig down like I've said before. And then up here will count as a room, especially once I've installed the trapdoors up here. I need 3 trapdoors, and then I need another plank for that. Yeah, there we go. All right, and that's that. Now, once all of our walls and whatnot are on and the windows are in, each floor will count as an insulated space. It's going to need a lot of work still, but it's already looking better. And just a reminder, the way you make quicklime is you put powdered lime into a fire pit with heat, heat it up to 825 Celsius, and it will turn into 1 quicklime. It does take a bit of time though. This has been a ongoing process for about 2 days. Producing plates is so much more convenient now that I have this health hammer, and oddly satisfying watching it slowly tick away. But yeah, so we finally have all the black bronze we need for the item that I want to make, and so I'm heating up all the black bronze and letting the health hammer hammer out the plates for me. That was wrong item. Dang it. Okay, so how we fix this is going to be a little annoying. We need to take that plus that, turn that back into bronze. I toss it back in there. I'm holding the coal. And then we relight this. We got to melt it down back into an ingot, and then we can try to recast it. Oh, well, and then we have to recast it, and then we can put it back on and try to make a plate out of it. Now, I could help this along with my hammer if I wanted to, but you know, what's the point? Although having the hammer out is useful. It shows you where in the process you are. But now we gotta wait for this to cool because we can't take it out when it's still molten. I don't think we take it out when it's soft either, so. And I was standing in the fire. But yeah, this makes life so much easier. Running around. I just stepped on that. To get all my smithing done when I can use the health hammer to do it for me. Note to self, do not try to pick up an ingot mold when it won't let the ingot out of it, because that just breaks the ingot. So that black bronze ingot we just poured out, it had cooled down a bit. I tried breaking the mold and now the ingot's gone. Oh well, learn something new every day. Which means I need to make more black bronze because I no longer have enough for my project. And I did not know you could stack plates like that. I knew you could put one down at a time. I didn't know you could stack them. Alright, I just took a very long run to go collect some more shale because, well, we need it for this next part of the project and I forgot all about it. So, here we have our stairs. I've already shown you, go upstairs, la-di-da, nothing much up there. This is a lot of dead space. Like, you really can't do anything with these stairs and still have it look like it belongs. Like, I'm not gonna have floating stairs. It doesn't look nice. But there's something we can do. And I got this idea while watching Solstice's episode a few weeks ago. So we're gonna put a pair of chests there. And then we're going to put planks like that. And we're going to chisel them. We're going to bring them all the way down till they're only too thick. So right now they're still 4. Now they're down to 2. Okay, and you know what? We can actually pick this one up for now, so it is out of the way. Next, I want to take one of these shale, the chisel. I think I need to put the hammer on top. Yeah, and now it's polished. I'm going to switch this over to 1. I'm going to remove the outside layer all the way down to the bottom. And actually, we're going to remove the outside layer across the entirety of this block. All right, so that's what we're looking at now. It's one wide and then 2 wide. But that's not all. We are then going to... Right, I had to just go consult my picture. We need to actually thin this an extra layer on all sides. All right, now we open up the menu. We open up our inventory. Okay, it's being a nuisance. We're going to put the shale block there. We're going to select it. And we're going to add back the shale in, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's sit down. It'd be a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. There. So now those look like hinges. Next, we're going to put one there. Another one. You know what? Let's just do it this way. 3, 4, 5. Then remove those again. All right. So now it looks like a door. And then the last thing we do is we remove that spot right there. So now we have a little gap which we can reach the chest through. So if we put a block there, a block there, a block there, you cannot see the chest, but you can still access the chest. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put 4 chests. Yep, those 2 are the empty ones. Right there. And we're going to recreate this in front of all 4 of these, and they'll be facing into each other. And that way, we now have like cabinets or not drawers, cabinet doors. Yeah, and this will all be enclosed. You won't be able to see it, but it will look natural once it's done. And there we go. They're done. We now have 3 cabinet doors that you can access 4 different chests from. Did I say 3? I meant 4 cabinet doors that you can access 4 different chests from. They're under the steps, and you know, they don't look out of place, which is, you know, kind of the important part. Now over here, I'm going to be removing the inner layer of all of these and then replacing them with oak planks. So it's going to be oak on all sides here. And then we're going to fill this space with the shelving, so we can have our crock pots and our cookware bowls on these shelves here. Over here, we can get started on the next part if I actually have all the resources, which I don't. All right, we are going to make 3 pine planks. Words are hard. We're going to be removing the top layer of all of these, And then we will use the marble that we picked up last episode. And we're going to be giving ourselves marble countertops. So let's hammer out 3 of these for now. And then add the marble. And nope, that was not the marble. See, that's not going to make too much of a difference. I just accidentally turned that into a block also. We are going to be removing the top of that for wood in the future, but I need to target that. Okay. There we go. Now we have a marble countertop. And then we are going to chisel out. I don't think I actually took a picture of how I had this done. You know what? I'm going to have to go load into the creative world and take a picture of what I did. Okay, I've got a picture of what I did. So, no, that is incorrect. So we had this sort of shape done. So we have 2 on top, which is the marble, 2 underneath, which are the pine, and then we have it indented by 1, and then we repeated it on this one over to this side, where it was also almost like a leg. And there we go. Now we've got 2 marble countertops. This is also going to be marbled countertop. This, however, yeah, this is going to be different. We want to take these out. And then we're going to do the same on this one. All right, and that gives us 3 counters now. And 13 durability on this one. Let's ditch that there. Go grab the second chisel I prepared before we even got started. And now once we replace that face and that face, we will have a marble basin, which is where we'll store our water. So we have a marble sink, marble countertops, storage, and then over here is where our ovens and our cook pot are going to go once I actually get started working on those. I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Now I gotta break this. Put a block there. And then put that block back there. There we go. And now we have infinite water for our kitchen. So we can grab water whenever we're cooking. We don't need to go get a barrel or our refill a pitcher down at our pond. Nope, right there. Always gonna be full. So we're gonna have our clay ovens just like that, and then we're gonna shape this a bit more, and we're gonna have it shaped over here and shaped up there. Then over here, we're gonna have the shelving like that. And yeah, we'll have another block here. We'll have the oven here, which is where we'll actually use the cook pot, right? And so on the block that's going to go there, which is going to be one of these. That's gonna go there, and so any of our unused stuff can go there in between cooking and whatnot. And this will be open for making pies, which can then be placed right into the oven. Just realizing I did not leave a place for me to put my peat crate, which is how I feed my cook pot. Can I hide it in here in the same manner as this? Probably. We pull that one out. Yeah, we could put it there and then make another door and put it in front of that. Just like that. And maybe change up the orientation because, you know, these face into each other. This wouldn't need to face into itself. But yes. Okay, so that'll put my peat there. Easy to access. Good. I like that idea. Now, I liked these shale because they kind of have the same look that I want for my oven. And I can definitely use it for the back there, for the side there, and for the side here. Yeah, I think the shale's gonna be more than good enough to look like the black bronze in everything but the top and the front face. Yep, there we go. That's it's good enough for now. So we're gonna have the I didn't bring the equipment with me. We're gonna have the fire pit is gonna be in there. We're gonna have a facade on front of this, which is gonna look like a stove top. A stove front, and then we're going to chisel. We're gonna put a block on top of here. Like that, chisel it down to like one layer high, except for a smokestack in the back. I realized I put it down, I couldn't pick it back up without breaking it. And that's gonna be our oven. So yeah, that's the first it's the first steps to making our house livable now. I still gotta go fire up a whole lot of blue clay to make the roofing, all the shingles. And I'm gonna need to lay the roof. I'm gonna need to make a few more lamps, 2 more I think, to be on the inside of the ceiling attic, where it's just gonna be a crawl space. There's nothing gonna be stored up there, but it needs to be lit, otherwise there's gonna be drifters up there all the time. But yeah, I am really happy with how this is going. And then downstairs, so back against this wall is gonna be a bunch of crates. Here it's gonna be the exact same thing I did in the kitchen with the chests in the wall. Over here is gonna be another chest. All of our tool racks are going to be right here. So when we come in, all of our tools are going to be right here to grab. And then, yeah, we're going to lead to the basement that I haven't even begun with yet. All right, we're going to try something here. This was recommended to me. We could actually make our table have a marble top by taking a white marble rock slab, polished, which I've already done. I'll show you that in a moment. A saw, and a wooden table and putting them together. Like that. Meteoric iron. Steel. I think I need a meteoric iron saw, not my iron saw. So that's actually gonna have to wait a minute. So the way you make this is, there you go. You make a polished marble block and you put a chisel and a hammer in it to get the two slabs. The way you get this is, of course, the white marble block with the chisel and the hammer again makes it polished. That's how we got the polished for the table top, for the countertops, and for the basin here. So I'm gonna have to make myself a different saw in order to make that tabletop. That's not too bad. I have plenty of meteoric iron right here. I am getting a little low on coal though. I've got a little bit of brown coal, I've got a little bit of black coal, and I've got 7 pieces of charcoal. I almost have this ready to go. I just need another 3, 6, 9, 12 more stacks of firewood, and then that's ready to light. And well, that's gonna take me about a day. Then I'm gonna have all the charcoal I'm gonna need for a decent amount of time. Now, thankfully, I recorded most of this episode before my mouse broke on me, but this is the first clip since my mouse broke. The right mouse button is pretty much not working right now. That click worked, but most of the time it's not working. I have to have my mouse hotkey to work differently. So I don't know how much I'm going to be showing on camera because it's kind of hard to play when you can't use your right mouse click. Anyway, all right, I'm going to sleep through the night, and then I'm going to make the saw, and then we'll be back and we'll make the table. And I need to make another. You know what? I'm going to do a bunch of stuff off camera. I'm going to make another bit of black bronze so I can finally make the last black bronze plate. And then I'll see about. I've got gold. Yeah, I've got silver. Yeah. And then I'll see about making the block so we can chisel out the top of our stove. All right, we've got the meteoric saw. So let's try this once again. There we go. Now we have a white marble top table. Boy, these are becoming tongue twisters. And over here we have our new pumpkin field. Yeah, so I'm going to try this. We have a bit of water next to the field so that it stays mostly hydrated, and then it has these, I guess technically 8 blocks that it can spread to and, well, produce pumpkins. So we're going to see if this is more efficient. I think this is what was being described as the best way to do pumpkin fields. Void. You're gonna have to correct me on this if it is wrong, but yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. And then I also made an adjustment to our chicken coop. So let's see if I can get up here. No. Okay, so the door is now 2 blocks wide, and the chickens can actually get in and out of the coop on their own. I don't need to put grain in the trough to entice them into the coop, which means that they're actually brooding on the eggs more, and therefore I've got chicks more often. So that's a little change I made, and it is working out excellently. I've also moved all of our berries. So now this area here is just cranberries. And then I've put our black and, well, these are the red and white, and then the black currants are up along the side of the greenhouse. And I think this looks very nice. All right, so let's go put this marble table in the kitchen and see how it compares to, well, the rest of the counters. The counters are pine, so it's not going to be a perfect match because, it's a different coloration wood, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. And that way we can do our food right here. Make the pies right here and then stick them directly into the ovens. Now, when I was watching Solist's video, what he was showing was instead of... Okay, let's move that. So I can pick this up. And then there's this oak plank here. I can't really do anything with it because right underneath it is, well, that's where my forge is going to be. But if you were on ground level, what you can do is you could remove that block, put this back, and then, you know what, let's do this quickly. We're just gonna remove that, place this here, and then put the counter on top. And now you can access the chest underneath. Now, because of how I have this done, that will no longer keep the house insulated. That's why you gotta do it as the ground level, and why it's not gonna work for me. But that is something you can do if you're building your own house and you're doing it, you know, like I said, on ground level. So it's a cool little trick. Way to hide inventory. I love this. I'm sorry, that just, the fact that you can do this in this game is awesome. And like I said, I'm gonna do another one here, and we're gonna do this more downstairs. We're gonna have a bunch of these little sort of hidden things. What I kind of want to do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, is make one of those, put it in the wall here, and have a panel on either side, the inside and outside. And I was watching a YouTube video just recently called was it like 10 house features that aren't used anymore, or something like that. And it was showing a lot of different things from, well, the early 20th century that were common. Ice boxes, dumbwaiters, servant quarters, you know, this sort of thing. And one of them was you used to have your milk delivered in glass bottles. Milkman, right? Okay, the milkman would deliver your milk in glass bottles, so it would be sitting outside. Some houses had milk doors. They were little doors that the milkman could open, put the milk into, close it, and it was sort of insulated on both sides, and then from the inside you could open the door and pull the milk out. I thought that was kind of cool. So I want to do something similar to that in the wall here. So I'll be able to put like a chest here, put a door like what we have in the kitchen right here and on the other side. So I can, if I'm just running around, I don't want to necessarily go upstairs, put something away. I can just toss it in there and keep going about my business. And then when I'm done for the day, you know, I come in, I just grab it, and then I go sort it and put it away. So yeah, it's something I want to consider doing. But that's good for now. So yeah, this is what I was thinking for the tool rack. So it's right next to the front door. We can grab our tools, and out the door we go. I'm gonna have another one right here next to where the forge is. So we have our tongs and our hammers right there for us all the time. But now for the last part, we're going to build the top of the stove. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these other shale blocks, and we're going to use this as the front for now. And once we have enough bronze plates to make the it's that way. Once we have enough bronze plates to make the front, we'll remake in the front. Okay, so we're going to place that there. And you see the texture is fairly close. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. All right, and now, why can't I? Aw. Okay, so in creative, I can actually chisel this, but it doesn't look like I can do it in survival. Let's just see if on off chance I need to use the meteoric iron hammer. Nope, makes no difference. Oh, well, that puts a massive ripple in my plans. Oh, that was the whole point of doing this. I'm gonna go hop onto my creative world and I'll share a picture of what it was supposed to look like. But I guess in the meantime, we will just go and use the slate blocks instead. And we'll have a slate oven instead of the black bronze one that we were going to have. You know, now that I've gotten this far, I just thought, can we add the black bronze block to this? it will consume the block, but I should be able to then... Nope. Cannot add it to the chisel, so we cannot use the black bronze block for this. Okay, well... I guess that's just what we're going to have to deal with. So I'm going to want to switch back to this. Oop. There we go. I'll put another block up there to continue it up as the sort of smokestack funnel. You know, I could also kind of have it go back out into this wall because this is supposed to be the chimney back here. There will be a fireplace up top. So, you know, can have it sort of feed into that and pretend that all the smoke just goes up to one location. Let's see. If I remember correctly, I did have a sort of thing up top like this. I'll have to double check. But then for the front, we gotta chisel this all the way down again to be just one layer thick, so it takes a moment. All right, and then we sort of did the same thing on the front face here as we did on the top, where we have these sort of gratings. You know what? I am going to have to go log into my creative world just to see how I actually made this look. All right, there we go. I'll admit, I definitely think it looks better with the black bronze, but, well, can't use the black bronze apparently, so this is what we got. We've got the open face here, which allows me to do that. And then that. Put those back. And there we go. Now we can... Well, now we've got our fire pit. We can cook in our stove. The smoke doesn't actually go out the smokestack, but... You know. Make do. And we got a little back to it there, too. Unfortunately, we cannot place anything on top because that is, you know, that's the bottom 16th of a block. It needs to be the flat top of a block to put it on, so we can't put anything on top of the stove. And I don't think there's a way for me to put anything inside there. So that's that. And like I said, I'll make the funnel continue up, maybe continue into the wall. And then I'm going to add some shaping to this so it's not a square. So let's put that there for now. Put our torch holder there. And put our torch in it so we have our torch access so we can light everything up. And that's our kitchen for now. It's actually a lot of fun designing this. But I'm going to call it an end here for today. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you learned quite a bit about chiseling. I definitely did. I had a lot of fun. And, well, I hope to see you next time. Later.